steal our hope, to blind our eyes. He whispers fear, he wields the sword, but he cannot silence the living word. Every drop of blood becomes a seed, every broken heart cries out a creed. The gates of hell will not prevail, God's truth will stand, it will never fail. From martyrs to saints, their crowns are won, their witness shines like the rising sun. The enemy strikes, but heaven proclaims, the faithful are lifted, God knows their names. The apostles stood, though chains were near. They sang in prison, they cast out fear. And in our day, new voices rise. Charlie's faith still testifies. Every silenced word becomes a song, every trial proves where we belong. The Church of Christ cannot be destroyed, for death is swallowed up in joy. From martyrs to saints, their crowns are won, their witness shines like the rising sun. The enemy strikes, but heaven proclaims, the faithful are lifted, God knows their names. Will we bow to fear or stand unashamed? Will we hide the cross or bear his name? This is the hour, the choice we make.
Finding the right words to use for this song. I have you in mind, so it won't take so long. Love is that I find you, but you're here, and so I love you.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you today? I'm getting my stuff fixed up because today I have to do work. So I'm going to show you my setup. So I'm going to be working on my Etsy wallets. I have to finish the green one and then I'm moving on to the brown ones. And yeah, I'm just working. And then I have a topic for us for today. Do not worry, I have a topic. I'm going to post that video right after these videos, okay? I wanted to go over what had happened over the weekend, because I was very shocked to wake up on Sunday morning and find out that there was a third attempt, and poor Erica was there during it, and I'm flabbergasted at so many so-called Christians who are attacking a Christian woman so viciously, so heartlessly. It's definitely demonically influenced, because there's no way that anyone who reads their Bible would be doing this to a widow. Facts. We're supposed to protect the widows. What are y'all doing? I seen so many attacks on her this weekend. Even yesterday when I posted about it, I was taking some of Candace Owens' words. I was like, I woke up today and everybody's saying Erica Kirk is fake and gay, and I'm over here all like, you guys are fake and gay. Yeah, they're fake and gay. Definitely. Anyway, I'll take you on a tour of my new room. So yesterday, I did a massive clean, as you guys can probably tell. I don't have like stacks of books going up to the ceiling anymore. I put them all on the bookshelves. As you can see, there's books everywhere now on the actual bookshelves. I brought this up for current reading materials. This is for current reading materials. I cut my finger this weekend when I was making sandwiches, so I had to use Band-Aids. That's why the Band-Aids are up here. Then I have spiritual reading right there and there, as of course. So I have my Bible ready to go and my highlighters because I'm going to be doing Bible study today. That's my Sacred Pages book where I write down all of my Bible reflections. I have to go get my Bible study book that's downstairs so that I can write in it while I'm doing the Bible study. That's my Wisdom Legacy book, as you guys know. I broke my thing in here for my pen. It's broken. But I can still use it for now. But yeah, I dropped this yesterday and it broke, so it happens. So yeah, this is the tour of my new fixed and cleaned room. As you guys can see, I did a huge clean. My yarns are in that bag, and then my fabrics are underneath Rosie. Actually, I think you can see some of the fabrics underneath Rosie. Yeah, she's sitting on top of a bunch of fabrics. So yeah, my morning is looking like coffee. I just finished updating my calendar book for May, and I'm going to be getting on to some sewing very shortly. But I wanted to say hello and good morning, and I will be sharing some things with you, and then most likely you guys will see time lapses like normal, and then later we'll be discussing what I shared today, okay? Other than that, I hope everybody's having a wonderful morning. Good morning, happy Monday, and I'll see you soon. I just want to go find
From every angle, this is how the shooting at the Correspondents' Dinner unfolded. Just after 8:30, this was the scene, set for the annual dinner. 2,500 in the room. In the lobby at the security checks, a man runs through the metal detectors. Shots are heard. It takes a moment for people in the room to react. The First Lady seems to be the first at the top table to realise what happened, she says. Look at this angle, 8:35. J.D. Vance, the Vice President, in the foreground. Then President Trump rushed out next. He falls to the floor in the chaos.
What appeared to be shots fired at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. It's just gone. 20 to 9.
What looked like Secret Service making their way through to the centre of the area now.
The nation's top politicians rushed away.
Are you okay, sir? Were you hurt?
They'd been seated as guests at various different tables.
We're all being told to stay in the ballroom at the moment. You can see just how many people are here. An extraordinary moment. the annual White House Correspondents' Dinner brought to a very, very frightening halt.
Just outside the ballroom where the shots had been fired, a suspect on the ground. The president, by now secure and back on his social media, posting these two images of Cole Thomas Allen, a 31-year-old from California.
Law enforcement has requested that we leave the premises consistent with protocol. And he wanted to emphasize that nobody was hurt. He and the First Lady, the cabinet, everybody's safe.
We've all been ushered out of the Washington Hilton now, and the president has announced that he will do a news conference at the White House in half an hour's time. So we're going to head there now.
Well, thank you very much. That was very unexpected. One officer was shot, but saved by the fact that he was wearing obviously a very good bulletproof vest. He was shot from very close. My impression is he was a lone wolf, whack job.
Well, that was a memorable news conference for sure, not only because it happened so quickly after the shooting, the president being ushered out, whisked out of the ballroom, driven from the Hilton back here to the White House, and then pretty much straight into the press room to deliver that news conference. But look at who was around him as well. His wife, the First Lady, was there. The Vice President flanked him as well, and so many other senior members of the cabinet. Really unusual, remarkable. But I think more broadly, you know, just to reflect on what the president is describing as another assassination attempt against him, one that this time so many of us witnessed as well.
Assailant assembled his weapon somewhere on site at the hotel. What do you think about that? And I ask respectfully, why do you think this keeps happening to you?
Well, you know, I've studied assassinations, and I must tell you, the most impactful people, the people that do the most, you take a look at the people, Abraham Lincoln, I mean, you go through the people that have gone through this where they got them. But the people that do the most, the people that make the biggest impact, they're the ones that they go after. They don't go after the ones that don't do much because they like it that way. And when you look at the people that have either, whether it was an attempt or a successful attempt, they're very impactful people. Just take a look at the names there, the big names. And I hate to say I'm honored by that, but I've done a lot. We've done a lot. We've taken this country, and we were a laughing stock for years, and now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. We've changed this country, and there are a lot of people that are not happy about that. So I think that's the answer, Peter.
And after Butler, your team for a while rethought outdoor events.
Yeah.
Do you think that you now need to rethink
No.
indoor
Well,
events?
but then you just don't do events. No, I can't do that. I have to. It is what it is. We have to do it. The room was very, very secure. You know, he charged from 50 yards away, so he was very far away from the room.
And what did you think when you saw the video of how fast he was running?
He was moving. He was really moving. And the reaction time was great. Boy, those guys, they had their guns drawn literally by the time he was there. They were shooting.
That's right.
I thought they were very impressive. And if I didn't, I'd let you know, I'm not going to be, I would not stand for that. No, I thought they were very impressive.
Thank you, President Trump, and thank you for updating us on the
Thank you.
suspect earlier. Were you aware of any threats? Was your team aware of any threats beforehand? And do you believe you were the target of this tonight?
I guess. I mean, these people they're crazy. They're crazy, and you never know. He was very far away from me. He had to go through a lot. We had resources all over. We had resources sitting at tables, literally in disguise, sitting maybe at your table, who knows? But we had people all over the room, so he had a long way to go. That was really a first line of defense, and they got him. And they really, they acted incredibly. No, there was no notification. We had no idea. Go ahead,
Do you
Kevin.
know any political motivations from this?
Well, you never know. Now, we'll be able to tell you that maybe by tomorrow or the next day. He's in custody, and they're asking him a lot of questions. I guess they're going over, Todd, and they're already at his apartment. He lives in California.
Yes, sir.
And they're over there, so they'll be able to tell you. Thank you, Caitlin.
President Trump, did the suspect say anything, or was he wearing anything that would allege some type of motive here?
Nothing, no. I mean, he was a guy who looked pretty evil when he was down. You know, they had him down. He was fighting hard. He was, in my opinion, a sick person. Who would do that but a sick person? But I think you're going to find everything about him. No reason to talk about it now. But tomorrow at this time, long before this time, you're going to know a lot of things about him. They seem to think he was a lone wolf, and I feel that too.
Are you concerned about U.S. Secret Service protection ability? We saw several of the detailees take minutes to be escorted out of the room.
No, they acted very quickly. No, I was very impressed by Secret Service. I mean, I'm the one, and Mark Wayne, you would agree with that, I think. Absolutely. I'm the one that would complain. You don't have to complain for me. I would be complaining. I'd be up here right now saying they didn't do their job. Oh, believe me, because, you know, it's my life, and I want to live because I want to make this country great. That's why I want to live. But when you're impactful, they go after you. When you're not impactful, they leave you alone. Okay, a couple of more. Go ahead, please.
Is there any indication that this shooting could have been linked to the war in Iran?
I don't think so, but you never know. We're going to know a lot. We have the best people in the world working on it, and we're going to know a lot. Please.
Mr. President, there's a lot.
This is really weird.
This speech tonight will be classic Donald J. Trump. It'll be funny, it'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the room.
Check this out.
Quickly tell you, I was sitting next to Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary's husband. He was seated right next to me, and then he kind of leaned over and said, you know, I watched you on TV, you do a great job. You need to be very safe. And he was just very serious when he said that to me. And he kind of looked around the room and he said, you know, there are some...
They cut her phone off. They stopped her from talking live on air. And this is the person who allegedly did this. Now, what's absolutely wild, that this random account, Henry Martinez, joined X on December 2023 and tweeted out one name, Cole, on December 21st, 2023. There's a motive.
And I will say, you know, it's not a particularly secure building. I didn't want to say this, but this is why we have to have all of the attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's drone-proof, it's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom. That's why Secret Service, that's why the military are demanding it.
The White House East Wing Ballroom Project, where Donald Trump fired the McCreary architects and replaced them with Shalom Bernis Associates. This ballroom, the one that has the blueprint that looks exactly like Solomon's temple. And what does Shalom Bernis Associates have experience with? Doing multiple synagogue renovations, renovating temples. And you remember America Reads the Bible 2026, a historic call to return to God's Word that literally finished today, where Donald Trump read the Bible. And he specifically read 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verses 11 through 22. So what does 2 Chronicles chapter 7 deal with? The dedication of the temple, where the Lord appears to Solomon after Solomon finished building the temple, and the Lord gave him a vision, saying, when I shut up the heavens so that there is no rain, or command the locusts to devour the land, or send plagues among my people, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sins. This is what Donald Trump read. And so is this a play to get the third temple built?
ultimate sign. Love poured out, eternal divine. He showed us the way, the cross to embrace, to live as his own, unashamed by his grace. In a culture of death, we choose to speak life with faith unshaken. With courage we rise. The enemy trembles when truth resounds. For what God has anointed, he has crowned. God endowed, God crowned. We will not be shaken, we will stand our ground. Heaven's witness, earth resounds. God endowed, God crowned. I see it in Erica, I saw it in him. A faith unbroken, light that won't dim. Living examples of truth proclaimed. The legacy burns in Jesus' name. This is the moment, hell's gates shake like Christ's own blood for our soul's sake. Death defeated, our path is clear. God's kingdom advances, his reign is near. God endowed, God crowned. We will not be shaken, we will stand our ground. Heaven's witness, earth resounds. God endowed, God crowned. God endowed, God crowned. We will not be shaken, we will stand our ground. Heaven's witness, earth resounds. God endowed, God crowned. Husbands and wives in covenant stand. Children of promise held in his hand. Turning points fire, a torch reborn in Christ's own power. New saints are born. God endowed, God crowned. Every faithful life is heaven bound. His glory shines, his truth resounds. God endowed, God crowned. God endowed, God crowned. We will not be shaken, we will stand our ground. Heaven's witness, earth resounds. God endowed, God crowned. God endowed, God crowned. God endowed, God crowned. They told me I was outdated, just a shadow of the past. Said long skirts and shawls don't shine, they'll never last. But I don't dress for fashion shows or this world's fleet.